Straight back at the bowler. More self-preservation than anything else, but he seems to be okay. Jaden Seals firmly struck. What's noticeable is the older ball is making it more difficult for run scoring. Maybe a bit of pace coming off the surface.
As we experience more sunshine here at the Queen's Park Oval. Got his hands down in time, Jaden Seals.
That greater challenge with the older ball will be something that the West Indies will have to consider when they get their chance to bat on this surface. Of course, we saw more fluency from the Indian batters in power play 1, in power play 2. But from a West Indian perspective, they'll be happy with the 4 wickets that they've taken in that second power play. Maybe a touch too expensive in terms of runs conceded. A lot of that success with the ball had to do with their spinners and how they bowled in tandem with each other during that power play too. Rest assured, Shikhar Dhawan will be taking note of that phase of the innings when India has its opportunity to bowl. He did very well, Keel Hussain. Both spinners, 3 wickets for 105 runs from their 20 overs. Another player miss. This has been a good last couple of overs or so from Jaden Seals. A maiden previously, just a single so far in this one. Exactly the sort of bowling that they're looking for. Slow ball, just rolling his fingers across that one. Just a single. Another really good over from Jaden Seals. 2-5-1 for 4. Jaden Seals, 4.29 economy at the moment. The best of all bowlers used so far. Romario Shepherd reintroduced into the attack. 4 overs, none for 27. For him, 11 dots. They'll need a strong finish. Very open stance for Deepak Hooda. And it's a phase of the innings that Romario Shepherd is accustomed to bowling in. It's very different to T20 cricket, and it requires an assessment as the game is unfolding. Oftentimes we talk about fast bowlers in the latter stages of an innings going for accurate Yorkers, but sometimes conditions dictate that you use the short of a length delivery, hit the ball into the pitch, take pace off the ball. That's also very effective. And I reckon that's effective on this surface to contain run scoring. Huge shout. Leslie Reefer Jr. indicates that it is out. And we wait to see if it's reviewed. It looked pretty good. Straight on, and he has reviewed it.
TV umpire to director, we have a player's review for LBW. The original decision given is out. Front foot has been checked. Fair delivery established. Can we move on to front on, please? Doesn't appear to be any bat involved. Can I just confirm that with the use of Ultra Edge? Ultra Edge is coming up. Take it forward. Yep. It's a gap between the bat and ball. Satisfied there's no bat involved. Can we move on to ball tracking when ready? Ball tracking's building. Ball tracking's coming up. It's pitching outside off. Impacts in line. Wickets, umpire's call. I'm going to go back to Leslie on field. Leslie, stay with your original decision. I'll let you know when you're on screen. You're on screen now. Make your signal.
Upheld. Umpire's call on impact clipping. Another wicket for the West Indians and something to celebrate for the home fans. Sanju Samson goes for 12. India now 252 for 5. Akshar Patel, the new batsman for India. A useful lower order batsman, can manipulate the strike, can find the boundaries. Romario Shepherd using his strength of reverse swing to get the wicket of Sanju Samson. Again, that wide arm action, if you're looking at a clock, that arm coming from just about 10, 11, a little bit wider off the head, and with that angle seam allows the ball to swing into the right-handers. West Indies have continued to pick wickets and bowl quite tight lines. That has brought them back into this contest. At one stage, India were looking at possibly 350. Still some 7 overs remaining after this one. So they'll still be thinking about that 300-run mark. But at 230 for 2 in the 35th over, 36th over, that projected score was looking much different. And you're quite right, DG, in terms of the ball getting softer off the surface. Run scoring has been much more difficult towards the back end of the innings, and something that Nicholas Pooran and head coach Phil Simmons should factor in their chase. Try to capitalize in that first 10 in that power play with that new hard ball. So important to glean anything from that first innings to make decisions for the second. 43 gone, 254 for 5. those wickets around that 35 over mark. And beyond. Zari Joseph returns with a wide. Need to follow up on the good work that Jaden Seals did. Gudakesh Moti still off the field. And that right thumb of his. Remember that he was going for a catch. We have just jarred the surface. It's his right hand. And he goes with his left, so that's the only bit of solace for Gudakesh Moti. Mentioned Alzari Joseph and the way he scattered his lengths throughout this innings. Not ideal, especially when you're trying to contain an opposition. A look at his areas. Of course, Alzari Joseph in blue. That's his length, scattered from that full length all the way to very short. Jaden Seals red, more clustered and that short of a good length, which is ideal in conditions here at the Queen's Park Oval. That's why his economy is just about 4.5. Yeah, good short ball to Aksa Patel. Also factor in that Alzari Joseph bowled quite a few short deliveries to Shreyas Iyer as part of a strategic plan. The quickest off the bowlers on show. That direction was good. I just want to get it up a little bit higher. Alzari Joseph. Yeah, just about there. Well watched by Aksa to get off the strike. Dipakuda, nicknamed the Hurricane, and that's because of his aggressive batting. Shows that intent all the time when he's with the bat. Scored his maiden T20 century against England. 104. Beg your pardon, it was against Ireland, I think. And they'll want him to be out there to the very end. To use all of the deliveries firstly, and once he's there, they know that he can find the boundaries with some regularity. Aksha Patel could complement that strategy, that effort, but commendations must go to the West Indian bowlers. They were down and out, but they found a way to stay in this contest. Good feeling. That Brandon King once again. Wonderful work. And just 4 runs from the over, 258 for 5. Top 3, all getting half centuries. in good time as well. Meant that the middle order had to come and get going straight away because they wanted to keep up with the momentum, keep up with the scoring rate. Didn't materialize. Mario Shepard will continue. That could have gone anywhere in a portion of the bat. In the end, a dot ball, another dot ball. And a tight line made ball by Romario Shepard. Just finishing outside the line of the off stump. Hint of inward movement. Just not allowing the right-handers to free their arms through the offside. That run rate keeps dropping, for India. Mario Shepard using his smarts, his cricketing smarts, assess the conditions quite well. Slower deliveries into the surface, full deliveries, pacey deliveries, just mixing up his lines and his lengths. Very hot day, hot and humid in Port of Spain. Almost in a cauldron here at the Queen's Park Oval. Stands all around. Not much opportunity for the wind to come through, unlike many venues in the West Indies. West Indian players will need to keep hydrated. Look at the stands, just blocking any sort of wind coming through, and you can feel that heat out in the middle, heat and humidity. I'm thankful for the good weather. Had quite a lot of rain in Trinidad recently. Slight drizzle before the toss today, but so far so good. Another short delivery, a concerted effort and plan from the West Indies to Aksa Patel. Not choosing the Yorker option. Romario Shepard, he's made the assessment quite quickly, recognizing that pace on, pace off, and back of a good length is the way to go. Captain Yorker, just a single, another good over. 5 runs from it. And a 263 for 5. Really healthy start for India, 119 and then 213. Since then, West Indians have come quite good. Jaden Seals in particular, wicketless, but his economy rate in this contest has been quite good. And again, that line not allowing any bit of room for the freeing of the arms. And you can sense that Deepak Huda wants to get a boundary. 41 balls since the last boundary. Excellent work, especially given the platform that was laid.
So the pressure is on these two.
Of course, the West Indies without the services of Shimron Hetmeyer, part of this squad of players for this series against India. And since 2019, he would have played 27 matches, ODI matches, that is, which an average of 32, 2 centuries, 2 half centuries as well. I'm sure many West Indian fans would be waiting for his entry into ODI cricket in this West Indian squad. Real match winner he is, Shimron Hetmeyer. Very good work from Jaden Seals in this power play 3. He's worked really hard on this aspect of his game, still very much a work in progress. Gave himself the opportunity of playing in Sri Lanka in a T20 league to develop his white ball skills as a bowler. And you can see it on show. Known for his pace as a young man, developing the skill to roll his fingers across the seam, take pace off the ball, and that experience to adjust to the conditions, which is so crucial for your success as a fast bowler. Burst onto the scene in international cricket in test matches. Jaden Seals a little bit perplexed. Aksa Patel with the non-call for the wide. Slow ball once again into the surface. Not entirely sure if he touched it or not. That might be the only reason why that wasn't called. Projected score under 300 for the first time. Another good over. 267 for 5. Into the last 4 overs of the innings. Just a reminder, if you're just joining us, Nicholas Puran won the toss, decided to bowl first. 19 runs in the last 6 overs. This is becoming worrying for India. They're still trying to that 30-yard circle that they can capitalize on. Sometimes in an innings there's need for that constant assessment as to the way, the conditions. Of course, ball